equation on the interval 0 through 2 pi, 0 inclusive, 2 pi is not. Leave your answers in radians. In part A, 2 cosine theta plus 3 equals 2. So we have cosine theta variable, so we need to isolate cosine theta. So plus 3, move plus 3 over. Okay, these are unlike terms. You can't add 2 cosine theta and 3. Subtract 3 from both sides. So we have 2 cosine theta equals minus 3 negative 1. Now 2 times. So divide both sides by 2. Cosine theta equals negative 1/2. Okay, now look at the unit circle. And cosine means x coordinate. Okay, you need to fill in the unit circle if it is not filled. When you get the fill in unit circle, now you want to look at the x coordinate being negative 1/2. So that implies theta equals, find the angles where the x coordinate is negative 1/2. So on the left side, so then you will find 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Okay, those are the answers. Here sine theta is our variable. Let's move 1 over, means subtract 1 from both sides. 4 minus 1, 3. Now this is negative 3 times sine theta equals 3. Okay, so times. Divide both sides by negative 3. 3 over negative 3. That's negative 1. Now we want to look at the angle where y coordinate is negative 1. Because sine means y coordinate. Y coordinate negative 1. That is where? Only one place. 3 pi over 2. 270 degrees. Okay, that's it. Subtract 7 from both sides. Sorry, subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 4. So 3. Divide by 3. Tangent theta 3 over 3, 1. Okay, for tangent of theta being 1, where at? So all science students take calculus. So tangent is positive, means here and here. And we know that tangent of pi over 4, that's the first quadrant, that's 1. So theta is, one of the angles is pi over 4. And the opposite of pi over 4, if you look at the unit circle, that is pi over 4. So pi over 4, and this opposite is pi over 4. Subtract 1 from both sides. 4 sine square theta equals 3. Divide by 4. Sine square theta is 3 over 4. Sine square theta is in fact sine theta quantity square. Take square root of both sides. We get sine theta equals square root of 3 over 4 plus or minus. Okay, that is sine theta equals square root of 4 is 2. So we can simplify the bottom, plus or minus root 3 over 2. Now to find theta, we want to look at sine means what? Y coordinates being plus root 3 over 2 and negative root 3 over 2. So plus in 2 quadrants, negative in 2 other quadrants. So all 4 quadrants. X coordinate root 3 over 2. So first quadrant you will see pi over 3. Okay, y coordinate, right? And then 2 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3. Okay. Part E, subtract root 2 from both sides. Oh, that's 2 cosine theta equals 2 copies of root 2 subtracting 1 copy of root 2. 2 copies of root 2 minus 1 copy of root 2 means just 1 copy of root 2. Now divide by 2. Root 2 over 2. Now cosine means x coordinate. Find the angles where the x coordinate is positive root 2 over 2. That is pi over 4 and there is one more place because cosine is positive in fourth quadrant as well. Okay, that will be 7 pi over 4. Okay. X coordinate root 2 over 2. Oh, sine square sine. If you want to make a little bit easier, you can say sine theta being x and then solve, because sine square means is a sine. We will have two different values of sine, but since we have only two terms, this is like 2x squared plus x, and we can factor x out. So we can do the same thing. We can factor sine theta out. 2 sine theta left over plus everything out means 1 equals 0. So here is times. So either sine theta equals 0 or 2 sine theta plus 1 equals 0. So from this one, sine means y coordinate being 0. Where? That is at 0 radians and pi. So from here, okay, subtract 1 from both sides, divide by 2. Subtract 1, divide by 2. Then what is the theta? So y coordinate being negative 1/2, negative sine negative. This is the third and fourth quadrant. Okay, negative 1/2. 7 pi over 6, 11 pi over 6. So theta equals in fact 4, 0, pi, 7 pi over 6, 11 pi over 6. So okay, it's a little bit cosine square 1. We can say let x be cosine theta, then this becomes 2x square minus 1 equals x. Now this is a quadratic equation. Subtract x from both sides, and these are all unlike terms, so we want to write down 2x squared and then subtract x, right? Minus x and minus 1 equals 0. Now we need to solve this equation. Okay, and in fact you can factor if you know how to do it, but you can always multiply here so that factoring will be easier. So x squared minus x minus 2. You multiply a little bit later, you divide. Now this one is easier to factor. X squared x, negative 2 means 2 times 1, 2, but we have to get negative, right? So one of them is negative, and we have to get negative in the middle. That means negative goes to the bigger, negative, positive. Remember, we multiplied by 2, now we divide by 2. That's the numbers. So this is x minus 2 over 2 is 1, x minus 1, and this is x plus 1/2 equals 0. Now this is not correct factoring, but solving works. Or you can correctly factor this as well. That implies x minus 1 equals 0 or x plus 1/2 0. X minus 1 0 means x equals 1. X plus 1/2 equals 0 means subtract 1/2, so negative 1/2. Okay, that is in fact what is x? X is cosine theta. Cosine theta is 1 or cosine theta is negative 1/2. Now look at the unit circle and find the angles where x coordinate is 1. That is at 0. Cosine 0 is 1 and negative 1/2. Okay, that is here 2 pi over 3. And 4 pi over 3. Okay, and these are the answers final.